ladies and gentlemen. My name is Von Bondhammer, and, well, I am doing a bit of a video. Not really something I've done before, so we'll see how we go. Now, what is this video about? Well, it's probably going to be a bit of a long video, so you may want to skip ahead. Well, look, I've been messing around in RCorp, in Star Citizen for, a number of weeks, and I've done my fair share of running people over and doing the things that you can do, which isn't a hell of a lot. But I wanted to just take the opportunity to have a bit of a look around and maybe just take my time, have a look at some of the things maybe I haven't really spent any time looking at. There's a lot of content and there's been a lot of work gone into the look and feel of RCorp. So this is specifically Area 18. And I'll give you a bit of a background. Now, this is from the Observers, which is a in-fiction news reporting service, I believe. The third planet in Stanton carries an ironic distinction with it. The planet was sold to fund the synth world, yet the planet has been transformed into, at least on the surface, a synthetic world. Taking a page from the Xi'an approach to geoplanning, RCorp sculpted, zoned and built upon the primary land masses to maximise their earning potential. They will rent office, factory or production space to anyone who has the credits to pay. Even though an overwhelming portion is covered in the unending sprawl, there are only a handful of places to land for travellers making their way through the system. Of those, one has become the most trafficked, which is Area 18. So, when you land at Area 18, you enter this new arrivals section. And I think it's pretty clear from the general architecture and design and artwork that this is a heavily industrial area. It's grimy, looks polluted, there's exposed pipes, and just generally a feeling of industrial, functional, which I love. I think it's really, really cool. So let's just have a bit of a look around and we'll see what we can see, and I may get some things wrong, so bear with me. So this looks like one of those information boards that you might find somewhere that, you are here type thing. But anyway, this at least looks like it's telling you what services are here. That's cool. Looks like a functional but cool. So we have the firearms declaration sign, passport control, and basically a security screening area. Now, assuming that you're not carrying any contraband or weapons or anything that's considered legal on RCorp, they will let you through. And I imagine if you do have some things you're not supposed to have, you won't be let through. You won't be let through, or possibly you may be attacked, I guess. This is Blackjack Securities, the company that maintains the security, and they're a private security company. Don't know how much they really care about doing things by the book, but that would probably be something that we will find out later when the game is more fleshed out. But just looking at the artwork in here, I mean, it looks pretty amazing. You've got, sort of these glass with tubes and, I don't know, this like gas, these pipes. It's pretty cool. So let's move on out into the main area. And, this is, in my opinion, pretty fantastic. It's massive buildings. You've got really industrial feeling. You can see lots of telecommunications and transmitters. Oh, yes. Well, this will happen from time to time. I was run over, if you're not sure what happened. They've the introduction of buggies, which introduce the death mechanic. That will happen from time to time, but hopefully we'll avoid it. So here we are back again. Now, as you can see, it's pretty impressive, and I think the thing that draws my eye certainly is this. I'll say it's artwork, it's a sculpture, I think it visually represents what R-Corp and Area 18 is. It's about commerce and trading and business. It's a very industrial area with lots of crates. Basically an industrial hub, I guess. But, considering when in the game you've been in space, in combat possibly, in some fairly delicate situations, being shot at, pirates, all the things that can become challenging in space. I imagine arriving somewhere like this is pretty good. I can imagine that while this is not exactly luxurious, in some cases it would be a great relief to get to somewhere like this. As you can see here, there is a number of different shops or different stores. This is a medical unit, and we can see here that there is a Dr. Roberts currently on staff. The current waiting time is 16 minutes. And here you can see some of the items that you can purchase for healing. Now, I had a bit of a look, and I think there's some pretty interesting gameplay here. This is a for non-serious wounds, permanent healing. This is temporary relief, so I'm not sure if you have a certain amount of time, and that will replenish you, but it would slowly revert back to. In other words, you need to keep reusing it. This looks like it would suit if somebody's dead and you want to revive them. But looking around, this is pretty cool. It's very, it has that sort of sterile look and futuristic look. You can see the colours. They look right to me for this type of environment. And here we have a guy that's very dedicated to his work. Okay, so somebody drove a buggy in here, which happens, and that's probably them. Okay, so we're just going through here. We can't get through here unless we spawn. Unless we die and spawn in here, but, well, we can get through when somebody comes out, so. Now, if somebody dies and comes out, we can get in one of these rooms. Really what they are is just like medical bays, and there's nothing really specific or spectacular in there. There's just a bed or a trolley or whatever, and it's pretty straightforward. Now, let's just have a bit of a look up here. See some advertising. So now we're going to this trade development division, and I really like this. I think this looks pretty cool. Imagine in real life if you saw something like that. That would be impressive. So I kind of, just think, wow, it's easy just to think, it's a thing, but it's actually, I think, pretty impressive. Pretty cool. So let's go and have a look in here. Well, Trade and Development Division. Job well. So this is your legit above board jobs, trading. Essentially the center of R-Corp, the center of Area 18 in terms of functionality. This is where all the business is done, and as you can see, there's numerous job or trade terminals. You're coming and doing your business. You can see there's information regarding commodities, I guess. The names, I love the names. I think that's really cool. I love they've some familiarity with some of the names and play on words. So very creative. Here you see there's what looks like stocks. Well, certainly that's what it appears to be. Maybe that would be something we can do. I don't know. Buy and trade shares in companies. This is pretty amazing out here. You can see just how big this area is, and here we have a constellation that's landed and being repaired or being fitted out, which I think just says, this is a place where you can come and get a lot of things done, a lot of repairs done. Functionally, I imagine you can do just about anything here. We're going to have a look a little bit at the some of the back alleys and the places where maybe, well, this is all the above board bit. There's definitely going to be more, well, let's just say creative trading. I love this. This is very cool. As you can see, there's water. I just think this looks amazing. When you consider that every part, everything has to be built and designed and placed, it's really is impressive work. Okay. Yeah. Let's go and have a look at the bar. Again, fantastic to this type of display. I mean, if I saw that in real life, I think that would be great. I mean, I love a bar at the best of times, let alone one with a giant Gatling gun on the front. I really want to go to a bar with a giant Gatling gun on the front. Coming in here, having a look, some advertising or bulletin board, I guess. So maybe you might find a job or something, or some sort of more nefarious type trading or contact on this. Or maybe it's just advertising. Coming in here, you can see it's not a particularly attractive place. Is very dirty, which is cool. I mean, it's meant to be, and but I don't know. It looks like you could have a pretty good time in here. To be honest, it's the kind of place I prefer than some sort of a pristine bar. I think these are the kind of place you can just come and relax and not have to worry about what people think, or you just can relax, enjoy yourself. And you come in and you see the dance floor, you think, dance floor, who wants to do that? But drink number 6, you're up there. Oh yeah, can do it. Not really. So here, looking out through the bar, you can see there's advertising, and I mean, imagine when there's later release and they have NPCs walking around here and people doing things in here. It's going to feel so alive. It's going to be amazing, and the level of detail will just really heighten that sense of immersion. So, generally walking around, I'll sort of stay at this level, with sort of my view, but there is so much going on up here. You just can't even believe that people are doing this work. It's fantastic. All of the detail that goes into just the look and feel. It's like you just can look for forever at all this stuff. And this is just one area. I mean, what's it going to be like when there's literally hundreds of areas? And it will take time. It's going to take a long time. But, it's going to be fantastic. So, going around these back alleys. And this is, I imagine, well, what they've said is this is where you will be doing the more black market trading and possibly, organising smuggling, maybe, assassinations, all those type of things. We're out of the view of the security, which, as I said, was a private security firm. So maybe they're not really that interested in cracking down on some of these deals. Maybe it works in their favour to have certain activities going on. As you can imagine, there's a lot of things that could happen down here. Looking down there, so R-Corp is built up. So there's a lot of things going down below. While we can't actually get down there yet, maybe we will be able to in the future. But this is above the planet. Well, above the planet's surface, right? So, heading towards Astro Armada. You see a ship up there in a kind of hologram. Pretty cool. Let's turn that off. You can see the 890 jump. The window. Caterpillar, I think. And let's go and have a look inside. Okay. Nice. So this is where you come to buy ships in the future. Not now. But it's nice. It looks like a high-end car store, I guess. That's the design brief that they were given, I believe, and it's definitely living up to that. And there's the M50. It's pretty nice. So there's not a lot you can do, but just coming in and having a look, it's cool. It's nice to browse around. One day we'll be able to come in here and buy an 890 jump. Imagine doing that. Be pretty good. That's what I plan to do. I had an 890 jump, really loved it, but the Endeavour, it just, I don't know. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with the 890 jump. I know that you could potentially do some missions in, sort of executive missions of travel, and I know you could do a lot of exploration, and I know it's a very, very capable vessel. But with the Endeavour and the combination of the telescope, the science module, I think it was the data module, and the fuel pod, which is what I ended up getting, melting that. I just felt that was something that I would like to do in terms of exploring and using the telescope to detect things. I thought that would actually be potentially a significant or a good way to earn money in-game credits. The other thing I really liked was that you can separate the Endeavour, the front part, and I just think that feels very Star Trek, and I really... something about that, that you didn't just have this big sort of ship. It could separate and then land on planets. So, and, I definitely want an 890 jump. I'm just not going to buy one. I'm going to earn one in game. So that's something I really look forward to. So here we are at Dumpers Depot. Let's go and have a look. So I guess you can buy, sell, recycle. So maybe melt things down into raw materials even. I don't know. But it's you can imagine this is could be pretty functional. You can come up in here, you can buy things, and some prices there. You can see some proof of concept type stuff going on. I'm not sure you'd see your ship, or it's pretty cool. You can come in here, you can maybe customize your ship, update the seats and all the components, and make your ship really, really significantly different. So while there's the ships and there's variations, then there's on top is the components that you can put in yourself and make your ship yours, which I think is going to be awesome. Okay, well, we'll go back. Let's get moving. And we're going to just have a look at one more shop. Well, a couple, because there's only really a couple more. One more we can go in, and then there's the Cassava Outlet, which is not open yet, which I believe is coming very shortly. And I wonder if it's going to be in the 2.0, because from what I understand, we'll still be able to come here via the lift. So who knows? I don't know what they're going to do for 2.0 in this area at all, or it's just going to be the 2.0, beginning of the persistent universe, or the baby PU as people call it. So coming in here, let's have a bit of a look. I'll put on the Mobiglass overlay. You can see here there's some prices on these. Now, I'm sure they're not set, but it does give you a fairly, I think, good idea of how much things cost. Now, that's a couple of bucks, that's in the current exchange rate between real US dollars. Not so good if you're an Australian, I'm afraid, at the moment, but glad I did most of my pledging before the change and the fall in the dollar, the strengthening of the US dollar. So you can see there's yeah, this stuff isn't cheap, and I'm glad about that. I don't think things should just be easily bought. I think it would be really good to earn things. I like it when it's difficult or you've got to work hard to earn stuff. It makes the reward better. You can see some of the magazines, ammunition. There's some shields, and there's the hologram, which I think is going to be cool. I'm sure that will save a number of people from oblivion. I really wish they had a gun range in here. It would be awesome. It says there's a shooting range. Obviously, that's not implemented yet. Guns, guns, guns. I love all this stuff. I think it's great. And I love this kind of, artwork and design. It's really, really fun, really interesting and imaginative. And, I know a lot of games have that kind of, design but I don't know, there's something about Star Citizen, I think, which it is separate, it is set apart from a lot of other games. I think the level of detail is just so high. Let's go back over this way. Now I'm doubling back. I'll probably just do some amazing edit and cut out this boring crap. I wonder if that's another landing pad up there. I don't know. Maybe. That would be cool. Wouldn't it be cool if you go really right to the very top? That would be awesome. Maybe you can. There's an elevator inside there, so that would possibly allow you maybe to go further up. Who knows? Anything is possible in this game. But, just looking at it, it's just... I noticed got a bit of a fluid leak there. That looks like waste, doesn't it? It doesn't look good. Probably toxic. So, all the detail. And I said you look at this level, you walk around sort of generally at this eye level, but start looking up and it's amazing. It really, people have done that those labels on that fan, it's just mind-boggling, really. But I guess this is what Star Citizen's all about, is people that are working on it, they get it. They want to make something that is going to be around for a long time and they can be proud of. And I imagine maybe these opportunities don't come along very often for people in this doing this type of work. Maybe it's something but certainly I appreciate the work that they're doing. And I really, really hope that 2.0 does what it's supposed to do. And I think when 2.0 comes out, I think it's probably going to put an end to a lot of the speculation around Star Citizen, because at that point they're going to have a game, and from that point it's just iteration and expansion. And financially it might cost a lot and it might take longer, but when they have the ability to exist in that persistent universe, even if it's small, I just think it's going to be such an attractive game. I think it's just going to bring in so many people that, the money side of things, well, it may be challenging, but it will eventually fade away, and they'll just be able to, they'll be sustained by just the in-game economy, which, they will still sell things. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of things that you can buy And I'm sure it'll be quicker than earning them in game, and that's fine. I mean, that's how they're a business. They have to stay in business, and they want to make money as well. It's not just about paying for servers. I mean, people want to make money. That's the way it works, and no problem with that. But can't wait for 2.0. So this is a new area. You can see there's going to be more shops. It's kind of funny. They've got it, and they've done it like it's under construction, and I kind of like that. I like that, that they're acknowledging the fact that this stuff is coming. I think it's clever. I wish there was more things, but so yeah. Look at that. Is it a crane? Is that a crane? Like that's. Is that it? Is that like a? So that's actually the construction crane. See, now, honestly, I've been down here before, but I've just never really. It's like you see, but you don't see. Maybe that's just me. But every time I come into this level, look at the crane. It's under construction, right? Like that's what it says. I get it, but I don't know. Maybe we're just spoiled. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I have a terrible attention span. Something like that. But it takes time to see these things because I think there's so many things. You just don't realize. Like you're looking here, there's a thing, and blah blah blah. Oh, there's nothing to do, blah blah blah. Just stop. Look up. Look down. It's like, that's awesome. That's awesome. And maybe one day this might animate. Anything's possible. So, well, look at that. That goes for miles. That's pretty good. I really like that. Well, with, hopefully 2.0 coming any day, or certainly in the next couple of weeks, I think that's what we all hope for. I don't think I could be any more excited. I really hope that this game comes out. I mean, I really hope that this is going to happen and we're going to be living and playing in this universe. I honestly don't know. I don't have the words to describe how cool this will be. And I think even people who are the strongest critics of Star Citizen, I think even the most strongest critics of Star Citizen want it to come out. I really don't think there is anybody that thinks, wow, if they do what they do, it will just suck. It's not going to suck. It's going to be, I don't know, if not the best game ever, it will be one of the best games. I can't even think of something that would come close to this. I just can't imagine. Maybe it's the scope is huge. I mean, a game like Grand Theft Auto, which I think is amazing. I mean, I think it's a brilliant game, but it's just completely different scope. So, well, I hope you've enjoyed my kind of, I don't want to say boring, but we just had a bit of a look around. Maybe you got to see some things you didn't see before. Maybe it might encourage you to go and have a bit of a look and do your own little tour and stop and just go, look at that. People have done that. They've built that. They've put these things there. They've thought about it. It's brilliant. It's great. And this is why we love games, right? Because we appreciate the work, their vision, how I think we all appreciate how clever people are that do this, that it's just smart people doing excellent work. And one of the things that I have has been constant in my life has been video games, and I think this explains why. This game explains why video games are so important, because it is just dreams becoming reality. And I dream about Star Citizen. I mean, I dream I'm in it because I love it so much. And I don't consider myself to be a giant fanboy. I don't consider myself to be. I'm certainly not somebody who isn't critical. I will be critical if I think that it's not where we want it to be. We want a high standard, so I think it's good to give feedback. But they can definitely stuff it up. So let's ending on a positive note. Let's just say that if as time goes on, if this is the standard that they're aiming for, and this is where we're going to be heading, I just can't see how this will not just be a huge success. It's going to be a blockbuster. Yeah. So, well, I think I should probably end this here. And I look forward to 2.0 coming out and, tangling with some of you. Possibly I don't know. Having fun, I think, is what we want to do. Enjoying ourselves and escaping for a few hours into the verse, and I think that's what this is all about. So let's quickly check over here. The current waiting time is still 16 minutes.